Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. So guys, whatever I've decided to title this video is absolutely what's happening. It is not a clickbait or anything like that. I am going and getting a total hair transformation today. I am getting a big chop and I'm also getting color. It will be my first professional color ever. I have colored my hair in the past, many years ago. That had to be cut off. It wasn't in the best condition. That did take quite a few years for me to fully get the color removed. I have not had a big chop before. I transitioned to natural. I always had armpit length relaxed hair, and then I got that cut into a bob somewhere in 2009, and then from the bob I decided to transition. I transitioned for a year and a half. So when the relaxed ends were cut off, my natural hair was like a stretched shoulder length, and then that was hair that shrunk to like around my chin. So I had short natural hair, but I've never had like shorter than that, but we are going shorter than that. um Before I get into any more of that, let me show you guys how long my hair is. I wore a black dress not thinking about the before and all that, but I really want to, I love this dress. Matter of fact, my child's teacher stopped me on the way out today and was like, where'd you get that dress? I'm like, girl, Walmart, and I got it in 2 colors. But anyway, so yeah, this is the hair that we're cutting off. So to these days here, my hair is ending here. Hopefully the brown color of my hair helps me out in the sun shining. But yeah, my hair is here. It's gotten fairly long in the dried wash and go state. Extended, of course, my hair is layered. It's not all the same length anymore. So let's see if I can catch one a little longer lengths here. You can see my hands. That should work. So y'all, this is the part where my back dips back out right here, and this is where my hair is. So and then my natural waist is up here, so my hair is like a little bit longer than that, you know. So hair has gotten to be quite long over time. And I mean, actually not even that much time. Y'all can go to videos that are maybe only 2 years 3 years before, and like the wash and go is like up here, you know. So I do want to say this in the beginning, because I know that there are going to be people who are going to already assume these things. So I'm just going to throw it out here. Number one, I am not cutting my hair because it is full of damage. I know there are a lot of people who suffered a lot of damage from following Black Girl Curls, their like final days teachings to the T, and it caused a lot of damage in people's hair. I am not someone who followed them like that. I definitely am a scavenger of hair care tips and advice. So I follow the advice of many stylists at any given time. So though I am primarily a wash and go wearing natural, and that causes some people to associate me with them, I did not suffer that kind of damage. My hair has actually been doing pretty great. So I am not cutting my hair to remove damage. I'm actually just cutting my hair because I actually want to cut my hair. Like, it is something I am wanting to do. It is a choice that I am making, which I'm really happy that I have the ability to make that choice, and it's not a situation of this is something that I have to do. You know what I mean? Um and then also, I want to throw out there that I'm not cutting my hair because of like a struggle or there being something inherently difficult about having long hair. You guys have seen my videos if you are someone who regularly watches me. I detangle super thick, long natural hair in 20 minutes or less effortlessly. I style my hair, no problem. So I am not I'm glad for what I had with my long hair. I'm happy with my long hair. And I'm thankful for its service, basically. I'm not like trying to escape having to do my long thick hair. I literally just want to get this new look, and I'll probably make a separate video that talks a little bit more about, you know, why I'm cutting my hair and why I did it and all that kind of stuff. But today is more so about the look, how, you know, what I'm asking for and all that kind of stuff. So as I say on my member videos, I am the worst vlogger in the world. I will attempt to get some footage, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk more about the inspiration behind the cut, and of course to see the results.
want to do a shot straight in, like, okay, we're in the car. It's not good lighting because it's getting late. But the thing is, when I get home, like, I'm a toddler mom and stuff like that. So I might not be able to, like, do the sit down portion of this video until tomorrow. So I wanted my hair to be fresh from the salon. And, like, she finger coiled it. So it's, like, not exactly how my hair would typically look. Because it's extremely uniform. It kind of has that mental feeling of when I have a twist out. That's literally what this is giving. But yeah, y'all, like, it's nice and crispy. What she used was the Miche set foam and topped it with Imba Naturals. And it definitely has a crisp to it. When I was sitting on the dryer, it was like snap, crackle, pop. I could hear it making noise, but like, I love it. I like that I don't have a part and that it's really cute. I feel like I'm so doggone cute. It's gonna grow in and like I'm gonna have roots a little bit, and I think I'm really gonna like that. But like, it's not giving what it gave in the salon just because I didn't realize that's not being outside. But I don't want to stand outside with my camera, so I guess we gonna just have to wait till I can turn around and actually film. Oh, but just take my word for it. I like it. I don't care if you don't like it. I like it.
And I am back. The toddler mom stuff did come into play. So no, I was not able to come back same day and finish my video. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, so at least I was able to, in the car, tell you the products that were used on my hair and that kind of stuff. Overall, the salon experience, Elaine is always pleasant. She's always a good time. I think that pretty much any hairstylist is excited when they get a chance to do something like this, because day to day, doing hair in and out, most people do not want you to cut that much from their hair. And you know, people don't tend to get too adventurous with like color. People aren't regularly getting color or getting such a transformation as I did. I think the only other detail about the salon visit that I did not include was that my hair color was done with like those single process colors, those colors that are meant to like lighten and color the hair in one step. They're usually available to professionals, and they just add the developer to the color and stuff like that. I think one brand that makes them is like L'Oreal High Color makes a brand. I am not particular, like the brand or exact color or whatever it is that she used on my hair. She actually purchased two different kinds, trying to achieve the look, and then of course wanting to ask me questions to make sure that I got the exact shade. But yeah, it is, I think you would refer to this as single process color for the girlies who may understand that kind of stuff. I don't. This is my first time just letting a professional do it. I have attempted to color my own hair in the past and it didn't go well. Didn't take, didn't whatever. So this is the most successful hair color, obviously, because somebody else did it. Let me give you guys the up close of what my hair looks like now that we've got the sun and the lights and the whatever. It's coiled and all of that. I look like my mommy. My mommy has had this color, except it was a little bit more blonde and less orangey red than what mine is doing. So anyways, let's get into the inspiration and, like, you know, how much it was nailed or not. I honestly, I feel like it was nailed. So if you feel like it wasn't nailed, that's great. But I feel like she nailed it. I just feel like I look so cute. Okay, let me stop being vain. Let me move over to the side here. Okay, so inspo pics. First of all, I had inspiration for the length, and I think I'm just going to put both pics up here, okay? So we have a picture of Taylor Ann from the duo on YouTube of Mad Curls, mother and daughter curls. She now is primarily on Instagram and on TikTok doing teacher outfit inspo type stuff. Then we also have Razor Empress. I believe her real name is Rainisha. And she's a YouTuber, and I'm not sure if she does anything on any other platform. I mainly just saw her YouTube videos. So she still is making videos, but I'm not sure if they're like super hair focused. Fun fact, both of these ladies had very long hair and they cut it short. Taylor Ann has grown her hair back to like a curly shoulder length, and Rainisha is currently having short hair that she has grown out a little bit to where it looks a little bit more like Taylor Ann's hair from the inspiration. So what did I like about these pics? What did I communicate to Elaine about what I wanted? I liked that these hairstyles seemed almost even all around, except slightly longer on the top. Long enough to put some product on there and do a wash and go. It appears to me in these pictures that these women have like put product on there and like defined their hair and did something like that. So I wanted it long enough to manipulate it, put product in it, to style it, to play around with it a little bit. But I did not want it so long that it took on more of the tapered haircut look. I'm not really in love with that silhouette in this moment in my life. That's really not the look that I wanted. I did not want a tapered look. And neither of them have that. It is that cute round pixie type look. So I did include, I think I'm going to include photos of, not photos, but videos of the haircut process that Elaine did. I'm running my mouth throughout the whole thing, but ignore my face, look at the hair. And it definitely is a rounded shape that was achieved. As Elaine was doing the haircut, she did ask me about the shrinkage of my hair, especially, you know, when I had shorter hair, just to kind of get an idea of where she should cut it, because my hair was kind of like blowouty looking because it was, you know, combed out and whatnot. Um, and I told her that when I had hair that straightened, like flat iron and everything, to shoulder length exactly, that shrunken back up into my wash and fro, because I didn't know how to do a wash and go, guys. My wash and fro, it was here around my chin, just to get an idea of the shrinkage. So I know that once these coils come out, my hair is longer, and it probably is longer than the inspiration pics. We will see if I feel that it's too long to where it doesn't look exactly like what I wanted. But with the coils, it does look like what I wanted. So we will see. All right, now let's get into the color inspo. Boom, the color inspo. So on Pinterest, fun fact, you can make collages. I haven't tried this feature yet, but you can do it. And so this is actually a collage. So I had to like screenshot it to make it flat, right? So you can see here that the color is an auburn color, but you can see that there are different shades present in here. There's the more orangey type shade, and then there's the one that pulls a little bit more. It's not as orange, and it to me would be almost like a darker color, right? So the color I have can be described as like a dark ginger color, so orangey, gingery, and what have you. Elaine asked me which one of these colors that I would be more so into. She's like, you know, there's different ones in here. Like, what are you really trying to go for? And I said, let's go for the orangey, gingery one. I feel like it would be more complementary to my skin tone, would play into the kind of brown undertones in my natural hair color. So I was like, let's go for that one. And I feel like she nailed it. She told me that this color is actually going to be easier to maintain because it's more of a lightning type situation. This shade is going to be easier to upkeep. As far as color treatment, Olaplex was recommended as a pre-poo treatment, Olaplex 3, I believe. And then she's like, you know, rotate in a protein conditioner in there from time to time, because I do have mostly moisture conditioners, deep conditioners right now. So I will probably buy, you know, 1 or 2 protein focused conditioners just to keep the hair balanced, because, you know, you are raising the porosity of the hair when you color it. And already my hair did dry faster because probably slightly more porous. And then of course a foam was used as the base as well. So that is also going to dry a lot quicker and things like that. So I don't know what I'm going to get around to actually getting out my natural curl pattern, just because I do early morning on Monday need to go out to Colorado for the week. And today is Thursday, and she rolled these things up so seriously, and the cast is still on here so seriously, even after sleeping on it, that I'm like, is my hair going to need to be washed before I leave? That's my thing, okay? So we will see how it's going to be. Maybe in some of my future videos for this month, because for the rest of this month, there are videos I have to do in November, girlies, like Black Friday. Black Friday, I normally would do that in this slot, but I'm putting this video so that way I didn't show up in the Black Friday video with short hair and y'all were like, what's going on, right? So stay tuned for the videos of November, but while you wait, there's going to be some videos over here recommended by YouTube. Check them out. Subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one.